Hello everyone, welcome to Life's Unfair, my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous playthrough series. Today we're going to pick up right where we left off, that is, right after clearing the market, and now we're going to be heading over to finish off the rest of the encounters in Act 1, before confronting the boss and then moving on to Act 2. Enjoy. Supplies to me. Thank you, Fallen Crusaders, for your contribution to whatever this is. Okay. So I don't know which is easier. So this is 2 level 7s. This is closer, so let's just go for this. I don't know what I'm up against, so I'd rather not start off with lowered health or anything like that. Oh, sounds like the party's in full swing.
Something wrong.
Woldriff, you're up.
Watch and learn.
Are they still playing music? Did they just invite us to a party? No. Okay. You did say we could take whatever we wanted. Oh no, that was Gwerm that said we could take whatever we wanted. It doesn't matter. We're taking whatever we want. And there's nothing you can do to stop us.
I will not falter.
Okay.
Can we
Stand right here.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Of course, Lan is the one that cannot attack. Of course.
I'll cut you wide open.
Do not hold back.
My most powerful character is unable to attack. Very good. Very good. Damn, that is doing some nice healing.
Our time has come.
Okay. Let's continue scouting with Woldriff.
Where else would I be? You sure it's
I
safe?
mean, there are obviously only 2 in there because otherwise the entire group of enemies would have showed up. Okay, Lan getting there. Just perception checks.
The bartender asks.
Damn, there is a real party going on here. Jeez. The hell? Okay, there is actually a party going on here. Oh, there was a party going on here, but there certainly isn't anymore. As usual, I arrive right on time for everything to get destroyed. I'm really confused here. So, did we get here right as... Oh, Lord. So yeah, as you can see, I got one-shotted. This party is a real happening place. Yeah, these demons are not easy. That ferocious shear especially is a huge problem. It just does a lot of damage. So what I was trying initially was just tank that with Razor Fiend and then have everyone else handle the rest of the demons. Because that thing has an interesting aggro table. It does turn around and just beat everyone around it to death and ignore the tank. So I couldn't bring anyone else near it. But that's not what ended up working. So what ended up working in the very end was actually just focusing that thing down and then moving on to everything else. But definitely involved a lot of luck. I got some really nice hits on it, which enabled me to take it down before focusing the other targets, as you're about to see.
Retreat already?
But I mean, the problem is that means we have to... Ugh.
These magics should be used in other ways.
Can you cast this, please, dude?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we... Holy moly. Yeah, so we took it down and now we're just focusing on the rest of the enemies in here. It's by no means over. The rest of them are tough. It's not an easy fight by any means, even with the ferocious shear down. The rest of the stuff still hurts a lot. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to save any of the party guests at all. Their seal gets taken down, and it's up to Razor Fiend and the rest. Okay. We're not out of the woods yet. Let's not fuck this up, boys. Let's not fuck this up. This guy absolutely has to die ASAP. Okay, really?
I dedicate my body to science.
Christ.
Excruciating. I dedicate my body to science.
Are you fucking serious, dude? Oh my god. Is this actually happening right now? What the fuck is going on here?
I'll cut you wide open.
Okay, Dretch next, please. Okay. Abracandilu. Okay, now they start hitting me. Fucking... This is unrelenting. So as you can tell, I am pretty frustrated at this point. I'm pretty mad. I had been playing for a long time. This is, you know, it seems like another episode, but I had actually been going for a very long time before this. I'd just been getting absolutely annihilated by Vrock, and then I come in here and get annihilated by these guys, and then I just keep missing, so yeah, it's not a good time. But we do finally get it down, thankfully. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. We did it. What did it cost us? Everything. Cost us our dog. Well, that's about it. Okay. What you get for having a party in the middle of a demon invasion, you stupid skanks. Alright, let's see. After running around for a bit inspecting the room, we do finally engage some of these NPCs in conversation, starting with Aranka over here. Thank you, stranger. The girl does not look the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glittering. For saving us from the demons, and for your timely entrance. I swear I don't know who has enraged me more today, the demons or the oh-so-affable master of this house. I'm a friend of Ilkis. Yeah, she's Ilkis' friend, the beautiful one, right? Her beauty knows no. She looked kinda not so beautiful now, huh? Covered in blood? Or maybe she looks more beautiful now. Okay, I'm a friend of Ilkis. He asked me to come. He asked me to find you and protect you. The young woman clasps her hands together. Ilkis is alive, and he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now, when the city is under siege by the demons, and those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. Yeah, they killed your master. Sorry to report. How did you end up here? Holdrun's hounds found me and Wallflower, and they tried to capture us. I distracted them, and I lost them in the streets before chowing my way into this party. Even if the Inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't have been allowed past the door. Holdrun holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy, so I picked a good place to lie low. That is until the demons showed up. The girl shivers and wraps her arms around herself. Oh. Ooh, he has a portrait. Daeran. Now that's more like it. So I have inadvertently been harboring a traitor wanted by the Canabrus Inquisition. This day wasn't such a waste after all. Do you know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attacks, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. That's what Ilkis said. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as someone, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. The girl becomes lost in thought for a moment. I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. You can spot it right away and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Canabras. Really? We've just been there. We've just spent like 5 hours there. And that's where we saw Ilkis too. So he was there all along. Man, this party got wild. Look at that. These guys had a great time. Charred corpses. Like a Dothraki wedding in here. Dothraki wedding 2.0. Aranka shawl. Okay. Oh wait, we got some new items yesterday, didn't we? I don't think I equipped that stuff. Tell me about yourself. I'm Aranka, traveling bard and follower of Desna. Many of my fellow bards are rootless misfits who wander the world, unwilling or unable to live a normal life. For me, that's only partly true. I have a wonderful family. My mother, father, grandmother, and brother. Right now, they're far away, and I'm sure they miss me. But they've always supported me in my vocation, and they let me be free to roam, because they knew that I couldn't be happy while there was so much of the world I hadn't explored, and so many places where people might need my help. Now, you sure helped a lot here. What can you tell me about the master of this house? About the Count, the girl's voice drops to a whisper. I've wanted to smash a jug over his head about 5 times today already. He just brings that feeling out in people. It's one of his many talents. Other than that, well, you've probably already heard about the Arende family. All I can say is that the Count's servants flee this place like rats from a sinking ship. One of them was loyal enough to ask for our help. That's the only way we found this place. No one ever stays here long, even though he pays them extravagantly. I even heard one servant complain that he always feels uneasy in the Count's home, like someone is watching him, unseen eyes staring at the back of his head, even if the back is to the wall, even if he turns around. I don't know if he believes all these tales, but I'm just telling you what I've heard. Yeah, that's the word on the street too. Tiefling hunches his shoulders. This mansion, it's the tastiest morsel in the whole city, but all the thieves are afraid to even set foot in the street. Are you deliberately talking as if I'm not here? Excellent. Like any polite host, I shall return the favor and act as if you're not here either. Why did you decide to break into the wardstone and cast magic on it? You put your lives at risk. Your information could have been a trap set by the demons. But it wasn't a trap set by the demons, Aranka says forcefully, then her voice softens and her expression turns pensive. You know, living next to the World Wound and seeing the powerlessness of the Crusaders, it's very hard. We've been trying to defeat the demons for 100 years now, and we have nothing to show for it. I think that Queen Galfrey and the other leaders think that we can defeat evil if we line up our soldiers in perfect columns and send them marching off with a stirring battle cry. We just need a few more soldiers, a little more discipline. But we've been marching for 100 years, and it's always 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And while the soldiers are marching, people like Huldren are seizing power behind their backs. His fanaticism and cruelty was forged in the same furnace as the Crusaders' righteousness. We will never defeat the demons if we keep trying to march down this same path. We need to change tack, to challenge our principles, trust our hearts and our friends, and not mouldering doctrines. We need to listen to any entity that is willing to help us. My friends and I listened, and we trusted, and we tried to change something. At least we tried, even though it didn't work out. Yeah? Fair enough. Great idea. Marching in straight lines won't work, so let's go attack the demons in a merry band of hopers and dreamers, brimming with enthusiasm and doing just whatever we feel like. When the demons see us coming, they'll die of hysterics, and our victory will be complete. Naive children. That's what you are, but I admit your words stir something in my soul. I wouldn't put you in charge of military
put you in charge of a military campaign, but I'd be proud to fight alongside you. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't bursting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed, so I think I'm safe for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to our temple, to Ilkis. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now. They won't be back for a second time. They won't go back a second time. Fair enough. Good luck. May Desna be with you, stranger, and also with you. Cool, okay. Now let's ignore this guy some more. No, just kidding. But we did get some new stuff yesterday that I didn't equip. What's this? Oh, that's pretty strong. 1 damage to Constitution every crit. Okay. Wait. Oh, I equipped it already. No, wait. Oh. Didn't we pick up something from, what? From the, yeah, this thing. Okay, so what was the other thing we picked up there? Piece of a holy symbol, and... oh, this thing right here. Signet. Once per day, yes, okay. Duration effect, or it will be dispelled. Let's give this to him, and it can be used once per day, so that's pretty cool. Let me see how this works.
Our time has come.
Perception. Oh. That is cool. That is cool. And how long did it last? Wasn't paying attention there. 1 hour. Okay. I mean, we'll leave this free floating. So if we ever get to a check that is insurmountable, then we shall equip it on the person that needs it at the moment.
I have no need for this.
My trophy from my lady Aranka. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house.
Okay, I got the voice completely wrong. Did like a British classy accent.
No need to introduce yourself.
An American
I
accent.
find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
He has that kind of voice. Okay. Such a bore. Such a bore. Such a bore. I can only do... okay, well, whatever.
Wow. Bonafide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
Interesting. All this is voiced. Damn, does he have golden hair? Like actual golden hair? Cool. Okay.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire?
Squamous squire.
Velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly.
You go, girlfriend.
It, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place.
Yes, queen. Okay, but seriously, I mean... Is this guy gonna be a companion or something? Why does he have a
now
portrait?
Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Bruh, you tell me. You tell me. I'm just a working here. I don't... Does he really not know that any of this is going on? Let's not be aggressive. Canabras lies in ruins. Skari killed Tarendalev. The Wardstone has been captured, and you're asking me why demons don't want to alarm you. Okay, I think this is the least.
I wanted to ask if you were joking, but your face tells me you are not.
Yeah, and what about all your dead guests? The charred corpses over here, the mangled remains of your other party guests, decapitated couple of them over here. You see some rib cages over here. Yeah, there's more meat on the floor than there is on your table, bro. So, yeah, that should probably tell you.
The occasion was
Oh yeah, and
more of a
all the
crush
demons
than
that rushed
if you
into
will
here.
pardon the pun.
Yes, very good. I don't like you, Die. What should I know about you, Count, apart from the fact that you're highborn and very rich?
As a child, I had my very own pony.
Really?
But I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
You really are an insufferable twat, aren't you? This guy.
I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure.
Well, I could tell by the debauchery at your party. Yeah, I mean, you do throw a swinging party, bro. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You do know how to throw a party. You don't seem very concerned about the city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the ward stones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon. As if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
Okay, so you're alarmed at how easily a bunch of naked guests were overwhelmed by literal denizens of hell? Or you're alarmed by how quickly the city fell? Probably both. Well, no, probably the latter. Probably not the former, because they had it coming. But you know, props to those guys, they didn't run away. They were punching those demons to their dying moments, like fist to ass. All of them.
The Arendes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
Well, that sounds familiar. That's pretty much exactly what was about to happen here if I hadn't showed up.
Thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwerm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite ill. You deserve a better fate than that, no doubt.
Yikes, is she Horgus Gwerm's consort?
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwerm.
I expect a little so if you're not going to be classy than I am, I expect a little gratitude for saving you.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy. Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
Absolutely, I was going to ransack the place the second you let me go. But thank you for giving me your consent.
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
Don't worry, I'm with you there. Let's attack him and kill him. Okay. Now you can go to Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of Irabeth, Terabade, and the Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
Wow.
What about my physiognomy?
Yeah, what about my physiognomy?
Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable...
You're talking about me. You're talking about me, surely, right?
Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault.
So you're telling me...
Yes?
You're telling me you had guards, but you made them... You made them fuck in the storeroom? While your entire party was slaughtered, and you almost died? And your house is about to be... Bro. Priorities.
As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence.
Okay.
I shall accompany you. Only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Sounds good, bro. But, okay, so he's a companion. Thoughts?
I don't like this guy much at all. Not even because of his personality, but just... I sense something dark about him.
You sense something dark about Camellia, too? Because I've been sensing something dark about that chick since we picked her up in a cave a while ago.
I guess thumping him one next time he comes out with more aristocratic witterings is not allowed? All the more reason to take him with us. If we don't kill him, the demons surely will.
Don't ask me. Having him tag along would be like going for a nighttime stroll through the back alleys with a diamond tiara on your head. Even I don't like that kind of attention.
Okay, so that's 3 against, or I guess Lan's neutral. Or, well, actually Lan sounded like he was for it. So Woljif and Sela are against, Lan is for it.
The presence can only benefit us. I think we should say yes.
Serial killer Camellia is for it, so that's 2-4.
What? You're asking about whether to take this boy with you? The question lies outside the bounds of my interest.
Okay, she doesn't give a shit, so that's 2 versus 2.
By the way, did you know that the young scions of noble families often sponsor the research of young scientists? What laudable passion for knowledge. True.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Ninyo.
Direct correlation to the...
He doesn't look like a whiner, and he can hold his own, so he won't be dead weight.
Okay, so that's 3-4, 2 against, and 1 just doesn't give a damn. And I'm gonna throw my vote in with the... let's take him, because, yeah, we can use all the help we can get. Capital, my good man. Good acquaintances to begin. Okay, yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I certainly would, Daeran. After that, we run around, obviously loot everything up, and we head back to the market, because we need to complete the quest involving the Desna adepts. And so we're looking for Wallflower, just running all over the place looking for him, because they said he was here, so I couldn't figure out where he was. I was just looking absolutely everywhere, couldn't find him, and then I remembered that there's a guard standing back near the entrance, who might be the guy we're... The eyes of a young lad peer out at you from under the massive helmet. That is such an annoying... Okay, at the this proximity, it's obvious that his armor is ill-fitting and mismatched, and the helmet specifically is either poorly made or a theater prop. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does this mean that you're a friend of Aranka's? Yep. You could say that. What I'm saying, of course it does. What am I saying? Of course it does. So... Okay. Cool. Mission accomplished. Oh. Okay. What? The young man's speech is interrupted by the arrival. When you cast characters, people in the robes of Iomedes and... Oh, God, no. No. Adept Thal of the Temple of Desna. You are under arrest on suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to comply.
come quietly. Drag your feet, and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. Shit, did I save before this? Prelate Holrun appears behind his people. And there's the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. Do you think that the disorder and demonic presence in the city would distract us from pursuing traitors? Did you? You didn't think that? Okay, not again. This Holrun, bro, I sent you out of here because you murdered his boss. Now, why are you back here? You were going and messing with Irabeth. Demons are running amok. No, it's not the time. We were torturing this poor boy for nothing. Enjoy yourselves, gentlemen. Your paranoia has poisoned your minds. Okay. Okay. You bear the gift of heaven, and you're taking the side of a delinquent and conspirator. Okay. Again, this guy really likes me whipping my thing out here, huh? Let's do it again. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Again. The Inquisitor gazes at the light, not even blinking. His face reveals a desperate inner struggle. At last, he rubs his temples. I do not know why you are standing in the way of justice, but I do not wish to start a spat between the goddess's righteous warriors in this hour of peril. Let this Desnan riffraff go wherever he likes, just as long as it's out of my sight. When we liberate the city from the demons, I will see to it that every one of Ramian's runts and everyone like him will be driven out of Canabras. Come, faithful, we have no further business here. Yes, you certainly don't. GTFO. The young man lets out a sigh of relief as he watches the Thank God that wasn't a check, because I didn't save. This is just blatantly unfair. We tried to protect the city from the demons, and instead of helping us, we got hunted by the Inquisitors. Prelate Holrun will be the death of us all, and there's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, thank you. I'd have been done for without you. You brought this on yourselves. You deliberately incurred the wrath of the Inquisition. The Inquisition has gone to... I mean, I kind of agree with both here. It is their fault, but at the same time, let's go with this. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Holrun. If it wasn't for you, I would have been tortured and put to death. And even so, I have my regrets. I think we went too far, trying to break into the wall. Okay, so here, please. We didn't even save anyone. Chin up, pal. Now you screwed up royally. No doubt. But you meant well, didn't you? Wow, you saying that? Holrun was trying to do the same thing to you. As you, but he killed a whole lot of people while doing it. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect on all that's happened. No, you're not going to be alone. You're two buddies in there. So after that, I head on over to the Temple of Desna real quick to finish off the quest. Aranka, okay. Evil attack, and now you're all in one place. I'm going to kill you all. Ha ha ha. I'm pleased to see that you're all fine. If it isn't our rescuer, it's good that you've come. Sit with us. I'm pleased to see that you're all fine, but there is still much more work to be done. Does she look any better now? Is that her hair, or is that her hair? Does she have a gigantic unibrow? That's not her hair, is it? Is that a helmet? No, that's her hair. Okay, well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I guess. I'm pleased to see that you're all fine, but there is still much more work to be done in the city. That's true, but we give you a gift before. But we can give you a gift before you go. We wouldn't give this to anyone apart from the person who bravely defended us from injustice. Injustice inflicted by the people who should be the pillars of law and order in our city. Our gift, Aranka cuts in, is a song. We call it Starward Gaze, and it came to us from the truth of... God damn it, a song? Of Desna after her domain in Elysium. This song can gift a soul with renewed vitality. Just listen. Girl sings the melody. Do I get a gift? That was the song? Okay. Do I get a gift? Can I swap my song for something else, say cash, or even a snack of some kind? I mean, I'm kind of with you on that, Waldriff. Those unschooled in the arts can't possibly appreciate that some songs are worth more than gold. Was that song worth more than gold, Camellia? And those who spent their whole lives eating 3 square meals a day and sleeping on silk sheets don't realize that sometimes a crust of bread is worth more than gold. Chaotic. Sing the song after Aranka. Really? Paying no attention to Waldriff's chatter, the girl continues to sing. Listen in silence. What? Chaotic. Free your soul, sing with us. I want to make sure you remember the song. It will be useful to you in the future. Why is this a chaotic choice? And then... when the music stops, Razorfiend finds himself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabris. It all happens in the space of a blink. He closes his eyes on one world and reopens them on another, one entirely. A delicate twilight envelops this new world, with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Razorfiend is standing in a shallow stream, murmuring water, deep in a forest. There is no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees, and dangling from their branches are vines woven into what look remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant grasses spreads out at the tree's roots, with islands of phosphorescent moss and lichen dotted here and there. Small, smooth stones with a strange mirrored surface are scattered across the stream bed, in which Razorfiend is standing. The stones catch the light shining down from the heavens, making them gleam silver, and making the ordinary little brook look like a stream of darkness, carrying a sprinkling of stars through the night. Razorfiend is sure that he has never been to this place before, and yet it all feels so familiar. It is the manifestation, not of dreams or fantasies, but of that special way of looking at the world that only children possess. When a glint of light reflected off a piece of glass becomes a fallen star, when an oddly shaped stone can be a remarkable artifact, and when every shadow or twist in a path promises mystery or an incredible adventure. A single glance into the forest stream brings this feeling rushing back. Realizing this, Razorfiend this is going full child, this is going full adult, and this is somewhere in between. Let's tread that line for now. The whimsically twisting stream runs through the silent forest, and Razorfiend unhurriedly strolls along it. This place evokes a strange feeling of not calm, no, in fact quite the opposite. A feeling of restlessness and anticipation of incredible discoveries or unexpected encounters. Or, then again, perhaps it's not the place at all, but the eternal hunger, the craving for new experiences which dwells within many mortal hearts. Speculation aside, just as Razorfiend rounds the next bend, an unexpected encounter does indeed take place. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the mossy carpet, leaping from branch to branch or flitting through the air. The creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as though they were deliberately conceived to try the sanity of every taxonomist on the planet. One has the fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back, another has the tails of a dozen different animals, while a third boasts tresses of streaming water, hooves instead of feet, and springy clovers growing all over its skin. "We have a visitor," exclaims one of the strange creatures, and immediately runs along the stream, sending up moonlight silvered splashes with every step. Okay. Kind of know where I am. How did I get here? Let's go with who are you? We are Azatas, the children of freedom, says one of the creatures carelessly swinging from the branches of a tree. This forest is our home for today. Tomorrow our home could be a lake 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the azure ocean, or a castle of clouds that scatters in the dawn breeze. Sounds like an interesting life. Where am I? Don't you know about the bird? Everybody knows that the bird is the word. I said the bird. Don't you know where you are? Asked the creature in amazement. There are plains of breathtaking beauty and plains of astonishing wonders, but only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty, from the belief in wonders. That is where you are, in the most peaceful, most wonderful corner of the plain of boundless freedom. That sounds like an awesome place to be. I would love to visit. It's also one of the in Hades. It's one of the levels as well. We're Azata's children of freedom. Okay, yeah, well, okay, well, already said that. How'd I get here? Don't you? Okay, well, we don't know how you came to be here, says the creature with a dozen tails, smiling. Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime, but here you are, which means that something must have brought you, something in your soul. If your soul did not harbor even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning, and compassion, you would never have found your way here. Now that you know the answers, tell us, what do you want? That's none of your business, freaks. I wish I could stay here forever. It sounds like an extremely chaotic answer, but I kind of do. I'm just going to go with my heart here. Not my gut. My gut tells me this is the answer, but I'm going to go with my heart here. The creature with the butterfly wings, who has hitherto remained silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. I smell the burning blood and tears of the place you have come from. It clings to you. Your soul yearns for beauty and freedom. That is good, but the souls meant for Elysium would never turn their back on suffering and strife. You must return to where you came from, for now at least. But would you like to take something from this place as a memento? The question hangs in the air, and though the words that Razorfiend utters next are merely words, not a spell, nor a military command, they seem to have equal bearing on destiny and life. Okay, good. I'm really scared about these mythic path choices because I don't want to commit to a mythic path, and I don't know where you commit. So we're gonna do this because Azatas draw closer. Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take the knowledge that any pebble struck by a moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with clever plans until you have conquered evil within your soul, and your soul cannot be cleansed of evil if it is not free. True disciples of Desna, take our song, remember it, and may it help you, but only when you are true to that which brought you beneath this sky. I really like these, they're beautiful. All three adepts look at you wide-eyed. What just happened? For a second you were surrounded by light, and we heard music, like the music of Elysium itself. I don't want to talk about what happened. I still have PTSD. I had a vision. I was in Elysium and the Azata spoke to me. The adepts exchanged looks of astonishment. I swear, it's a sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You helped us and protected Wallflower from the Inquisitors, even though it wasn't your responsibility. The goddess couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many powerful entities in Elysium besides Desna, but of course there must be a reason for it. I'm so glad we met you, friend, and not just because I'd be tortured by the Inquisitors right now if we hadn't, but also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We will always remember you, no matter what. Ooh. But only 9 charges. That's all I got? That's it? That's it?
So after finishing up over here, we check our inventory, check our alignment, then head back to base for about 2 hours of conversation, and then we head over to the Pitaxian Wine Cellar, which is where we're going to pick up right now. So this place is... It's insane. Let me tell ya, this place is terrible, because the enemies here cast negative levels, which is not good. So surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, we do get wrecked a few times here, but not as many times as I was expecting to, considering there is one of these guys is level 9. They cast negative levels. It's a pretty nasty group. And the first time I visited this place at level 4, I got absolutely crushed. But this time, we are actually able to take these guys out eventually. Without using anything too crazy, just standard tactics, tank and spank, and some CC thrown on top. So yeah. And we are going to drop this right here. And Razor Fiend is coming around the mountain. A lot of luck is definitely involved in these fights, right? If they land one inopportune hit, or they get a crit, or I miss when I shouldn't, or they get a debuff off, it's kind of over. Not the dog. Can you all actually, like, land hits? What is going on? I can only liken the experience of watching my party miss repeatedly to the experience in XCOM, where it's like 95%. Nope. Suddenly nobody can land any hits. This is actually insane. Can you please? Jesus Christ, dude. And dude, 0 seconds? It's been 0 seconds for a long time, Nenyo. Holy crap. What are you doing? Oh my god. Fucking Nenyo, dude. Fucking... Oh, she's webbed, that's why. Okay, now. Boom. Smite Evil. Woldif, you are switching to melee. And you're coming in here hot. Yeah, it's been a pretty frustrating day, to say the very least. All that stuff went on behind the scenes, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm pretty unhappy in this episode. And yeah, stuff like this, like getting chunked 42 damage in a single hit, lose a level there, and it's like this entire attempt can just be over. If he lands another hit, that's it. If I miss too many times and then he gets another hit, that's it. Right? It's wild. Like if Sela had been webbed there, you know, she gets webbed, then the heal doesn't go off, and then Razor Fiend cannot withstand another hit. So I'm just pausing and praying, pausing and praying. That's all I can say. Okay. Let's not show this. Okay. Let's move some potions in here. If I can survive this, I would very much like to survive this. How long does he have on Blur? 2 minutes. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. No more fucking around here. Oh my god, this next hit is going to Please. Okay. Holy crap. Please.
Did you see that?
I did see that land, you f***ing Chad. I did not think we were going to be able to take this place. I did not think we were going to be able to do this. That is fucking awesome. Alright. Holy moly, I'm shaking. Dude. Unfair difficulty. You are a bitch. You are a real bitch, you know that? But we beat ya. We beat ya this time, and we're gonna beat ya every time. So after that, as usual, the standard response to destroying a group of enemies. Yes, we destroyed them. Just loot everything up, head out. I headed back to base after this, just sell. Unclutter my inventory, things like that. But our next target was actually one that I'm just going to speed through the entirety of it here, because it didn't go well. So it is Topaz Solutions, and this place is terrible. There are 4 mimics in here and 1 Cambion alchemist. The mimics are level 10, and the Cambion alchemist is level 10 as well, or the mimics are level 9, the Cambion alchemist is level 10, something like that. But they're nasty, and the Cambion alchemist just spams flasks that can just wipe out your whole party in 2 hits. But I did figure out that you can pull the 2 mimics in the side room without aggroing the other 2 mimics and the Cambion alchemist if you are careful. So there's a hole in the wall here, right? You can see the Cambion alchemist on the other side of the wall there. So there's a hole in the wall here that he can aggro through potentially if you get too close. And if you do kill the 2 mimics, then, and you have ranged characters, they will automatically just switch over to the alchemist and pull him. So it was pretty bad. I think at one point during all these encounters, it was a lot of attempts. At one point during these encounters, I was actually able to kill the 2 mimics, but I got aggro through the wall and died because my party members shot through the wall and pulled everything from that side. So it was terrible. And these things hit like an absolute truck. They literally 2-shot my tank, Razor Fiend, and they 1-shot everyone else. So after trying a bunch of times, I was like, okay, we're not gonna beat our head against the wall here. We're gonna move on. And I headed over to Count Dooku's mansion, where we decided we're gonna be taking on the 2 Babaus, and finally, right? And it actually goes pretty well, right? They're level 7. First time I came here a few videos ago, I got absolutely crushed. This time we're basically doing the same thing we did back then for the most part. Just tanking and spanking, dropping some CC, and having Razor Fiend tank them. But this time it goes a hell of a lot better because I think I've gained 2 levels since then. I was level 3 the first time I came in here, and I'm level 5. And I have better gear and everything. Right, you can see the Cambion goes down immediately, does nothing. 2 Babaus are on their way. One of them's already been hit for 16 damage. But they're still tough fights, and you can see one of them is just ignoring Razor Fiend. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna sneak on by here and kill your whole party while you're watching. I also have 2 Smite Evils, charged as Smite Evil, which helps a lot. I have Wolfjif in melee because he does a lot of damage with those daggers, and I have Razor Fiend obviously in melee, but I have everyone else in range, just shoot them. And I'm just pausing constantly because I'm freaking out here, right? At the last, this is, you know, it. I still have PTSD from my last time here. And yeah, you can see why. A little sneak peek of why I have PTSD, right? 38 damage sneak attack when it isn't sneaking. It's painful. It's real painful. So another hit like that would just kill Razor Fiend immediately. But what the biggest difference maker here is blur and displacement, right? 20% dodge chance and 50% dodge chance, respectively. Unfortunately, displacement only lasts for, 30 seconds, which isn't a long time, but I do have 2 charges of it. And I still hadn't figured out the extend meta magic rod by this point, which would effectively give me about 2 minutes of displacement. That would make a huge difference. But we're still going with, we still only have 1 minute available to us here. Unfortunately, the dog cannot do anything here. The nature of the game and the nature of characters means that they body block my dog from getting up front. And yeah, it's just Razor Fiend and Wolgiff in melee. Everyone else is ranged. Dog is just running around back there doing nothing. So we do take one of them down. The other one is now our target, and we got pretty lucky here, right? You can see the Abracandilu has been stuck there for the entire duration of this fight. It's just been stuck there, it couldn't move. I guess web just kept going off, and maybe it kept falling down as well. But to Greece, but yeah, it hasn't come to the front line yet. And now I'm using Magic Missile, right? I've loaded up on 5 charges of Magic Missile with Nenyo because that's really the only level 2 spell that I think is really worth taking. Because it just does so much damage when it works. There are very few creatures that are actually immune to it. There are some. Some of the bosses are immune to Magic Missile, unfortunately. And some of the creatures too. But not these guys. And so doing up to 18 damage a hit is a lot, right? If all 5 do 18, what is that? That's 90 damage.
You should have listened to reason.
With the Magic Missile.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Which is ridiculous. And look at this. Look at this. I don't... this happened with the succubus as well. For some odd reason, they just drop aggro. Like, they'll be on the Razor Fiend, and then all of a sudden, they will just switch target and just head on back to the rest of my party and kill everyone else. It wasn't a big issue here. It switched, and I was able to get away in time. I was able to... and in fact, I was able to kill it right after that. But I will tell you that... when we fight the succubus, you're about to see it be a real problem, because with the succubus, it that is one of the reasons the fight took so long. It goes really well. Razor Fiend's tank it, he's able to tank it, and then all of a sudden it's just like, okay, nah, I'm sick of you, I'm just gonna go kill the rest of your party, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. And it just walks by him, I'm like beating on its back, it doesn't turn around, and it just walks up to everyone and just one-shots them one by one, and then turns back to Razor Fiend, and I'm like, okay, well, cool. But yeah, we're done. We are finally done with Gwerm's Manor. And now on to the actual loot and talking to Gwerm. So after that, we just loot up, get a nice short bow here, short bow of law, which I still haven't found a use for. And then we check out the rest of the house, and then call Gwerm.
The mansion is clear. You're alive. A fine work. Yeah. My secret door remains unopened. Fantastic. I wasn't too late. If you'll follow me. Family secrets about to be revealed. It's so thrilling. Yes, Camellia. And then afterwards, it's just on to have a good chat with our friend Horgus Gwerm. The paintings are right, and I where I left them. Very good. Horgus Gwerm thanks you for your help. Succeeded a perception check. There's something off about the paintings in front of you. Blonde-haired boy Gwerm's doesn't look like the family portrait depicts Horgus alongside an unknown half-elf woman. Oh, I thought it was about to be a painting of a portrait of Dorian Gray or something. But no, he's an imposter, I guess. And a little girl who bears a striking resemblance to Camellia. Who's that in the painting, Horgus? So you've noticed, it seems there's no point in hiding it anymore. Horgus is silent for a few moments and then sighs and presses his lips into a hard line. You see, I have 2 secrets. Camellia is in fact my daughter, and I am not the real Horgus Gwerm. Okay, so there. Oh, wait, but if that's Camellia and that's not Horgus Gwerm, then what? My real name is Daeran Witt. My parents were the servants of the real Worms. At their mansion on the eastern edge of Mendev, the Worms were generous and noble, but short-sighted. They burned through most of their fortune on oh man. And he's just carrying on their legacy, when instead they should have taken better care of guarding the mansion. When I was 10 or so, I used to play in the garden with the real Horgus Gwerm, who was just my age. I have no idea where the demons came from. Horgus ran inside the mansion, and I bolted in the opposite direction. He was captured and killed, and I wasn't. Horgus shrugs apologetically. Crusaders came from the nearest city to aid us, but I was the only one who survived. He asked me my name, and I said I was Horgus Gwerm. That's the whole story. Such a heart-wrenching tale. It never fails to bring tears to my eyes. You're in no position to judge me, Camellia. Horgus' hands curl into fists, but his voice sounds more tired than angry. You're right. I'm not. You were just a scared child. I have nothing but sympathy for you. Besides, your lies didn't hurt anyone. Okay. Horgus seemed surprised, as if he'd been expecting a much stronger reaction. Never mind. I'd only like to assure you that your claim about not hurting anyone is absolutely correct. The vast fortune of the Gwerms had no rightful heirs. If there'd been any heirs, I would most definitely have transferred ownership to them. Would you? I mean, I kind of believe him. He's a bit of an ass, but seems like, you know, a decent chap on the inside. You committed a crime, and since then you've tried to atone, but let me guess, no matter how much good you do, the guilt stays with you. It's true. How do you know this? I also made a mistake as a child. Mine was much more serious than yours. Indeed, in consequence, many years passed before I learned to be at peace with it, so I'm in no position to judge you. It's difficult for me to speak openly about secrets which I've kept all these years. I have been hostage to them my entire life, strange as that sounds. Camellia is your daughter. Yes, illegitimate, that is to say. Horgus' cheeks reddened. She has resided in this house since birth. The staff thought she was a niece, or the daughter of a friend who died in the Crusades. I never disabused them of their notions. Her mother Iris was a half-elf of humble origins. She worked in the gardens here. I wanted to unite the Gwerm family with another noble line. The Gwerm name should not be permitted to mix with commoners and thereby plunge into insignificance. Iris did not protest, and we successfully had hid our connection. And when Camellia was born, I did not claim her as my own. As far as Mendev knows, Camellia is the daughter of a Gwerm family servant who died over 10 years ago. Wait, so she's not nobility? Not even... what? And before you start telling me what a terrible father I am, I want to tell you something. My daughter wanted for nothing. All her whims were fulfilled as quickly as they arose. I had the best teachers and bought her the best books. She always ate well and had warm clothes. Isn't that what a parent does? I've discovered my most terrible secret. Father cares so much about the Gwerm name that he raised me in our mansion, hiding me away from the whole world. I'll always be grateful to my father for everything he's done for me, even if Mendev society disapproves of some of his decisions. Would it be insolent of me to beg for your discretion regarding what you know about us? Promise I'll keep your secret, Camellia. Right, he's done nothing wrong, really. And he's done good with the, you know, with the wealth that he's inherited. He's done some good things, so yeah, I will keep your secret. The hint of a smile plays on Camellia's mouth. Please accept my humblest thanks. Keeping secrets is easiest when you don't know about them in the first place, or if you possess the unique ability to selectively forget information, like me. Nenio blinks a few times. What was I saying? Never mind. Camellia's whisper is barely audible. Keeping secrets is even easier if you're dead. Yeah, she is sinister AF. I'm getting terrible vibes from her. I don't know what you did to her. Or maybe what you didn't do to her is what, you know, you didn't play a father. She had no father figure.
and no mother figure for that matter. So, probably raised by servants. So, yeah, could be that. What's it like to live your whole life under someone else's name? When I was a boy, I used to hate Horgus. The condescension, most of all. The pity on his face, his smile when he called me to join him in his games. The difference in our birthright wasn't fair. So the real guy sounds like he was a nice guy too. It's pretty sad. Envy clouded my mind when the demons killed him and not me, and I thought it was a gift of fate. Envy clouded my mind when the demons killed him and not me, and I thought it was a gift of fate. I seized my good fortune with both hands and never let go. When I told them my name was Horgus Gwerm, the only heir to the vast fortune of the Gwerm family. On that day, life was fair. Unfortunately, it took many years to see the generosity behind the condescension and feel the compassion behind the pity. I discovered far too late that Horgus was my friend, even when I didn't feel myself his. I never accepted the hand of friendship he offered until it was far too late. But now what can I do? Reveal the truth, reject the name, and allow it to sink into oblivion? Would my friend Horgus want this? Convenient that you call him friend. I mean, he was a kid as well. I can't blame this guy at all. I don't like his hoity-toity attitude, but he's not a bad guy. Horgus shakes his head, tired. I bear the name of Horgus Gwerm with the pride and dignity it deserves. As a banner on a battlefield, I will multiply its merits. The Gwerm family will not be forgotten. I still serve Horgus Gwerm. Horgus attempts a smile, but the result is pathetic. Attack. Prepare to die, Horgus. I should call him by his regular name. Prepare to die, whatever your real name is. What are you planning to do now? Well, first and foremost, I shall reward you handsomely for your help. Well, you gave me 2,000 gold. I could use 2,000 more. And then I shall burn these portraits. I've kept them all this time out of misplaced sentiment, but they serve no purpose now. My ravaged home will likely be picked to the bone, and this secret room will inevitably be discovered. I don't want these paintings to be seen by anyone else. Okay, I see. Well, you certainly earned your payment here. It was a pleasure doing business with you. You too, Horgus? Horgus is silent for a while. Camellia, I can tell from your face that you enjoyed fighting the demons in this worthy party. I only ask one thing. Are you certain? Camellia doesn't answer, but looks at Horgus with a half-smile lingering on her lips. Well then, clearly I can no longer keep you safe. Our house is destroyed, our servants scattered or dead. Horgus stares into his daughter's face, as though he's seeking the answer to an unasked question. Then he turns his attention to you. But now, follow me. We'll make sure that no one ever again discovers the secrets of Horgus Gwerm. Okay. I'm okay with that, Horgus. I am okay with that. Man, you have big pockets. You have some big pockets. Alright, that's going to be it from me for today. Tomorrow we're just going to clean up the rest of the act. I think we just have Topaz Solutions and the Succubus left. And then on to the Grey Garrison. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you in the next one. And that's going to be it from me, boys and girls. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. And don't forget to hit that bell notification on your way out. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Razor Fiend, signing out.